My name is Roberta Ventura and I am a social entrepreneur. I started SEP Jordan 7 years ago with the mission to bring thousands of refugees above the poverty line through their talent and skill through employment. I strongly believe that one of the key requirements to achieve peace is prosperity. In other words, employment. In other words, opportunities. SEP Jordan has embarked on a journey to try and demonstrate that the private sector has a role to play to create such opportunities, and therefore a role to play towards building peace. I come from the private sector. I spent 20 years in the finance world between London and Geneva, and I am using all of the skills and the knowledge acquired over those 20 years to build a global brand with a social impact mission. So what is SEP? SEP stands for Social Enterprise Project. It started off as a project. And we are a brand known for the high-end luxury fashion and lifestyle accessories hand embroidered by artists who happen to be refugees. Our creations are sold worldwide in stores and online. How did it all begin? If you can come back with me to 2013, we are in Jarash camp. It's a refugee camp in the north of Jordan, which hosts over 50,000 refugees and was created in 1967. 4 generations of Palestinian refugees live in Jarash camp. We are there, it's 2013, there's this lady crying desperately. I ask why, and I am told the reason she's crying is that very morning, a wealthy lady from Amman came to visit the camp and handed her a $50 note. She had to take the money because she has many kids to feed, but now she's crying. She was crying because she wished she didn't have to take that money. And this is really the principle behind SEP Jordan, storing away refugees as though they were groceries. And then either ignoring or pitying them is not a solution. We believe the solution is to create opportunities and to see them as active economic agents, just like anyone else. The SEP proposition to the local community is one of employment, therefore, as opposed to charity, empowerment as opposed to dependence on aid, pride, dignity, as opposed to depression. Depression. We work with over 500 artists, women in the camp. Most of them are wives, mothers, and many of them were diagnosed with clinical depression. The staggering fact is that when we ask them what changed since they started working with SEP, 80% of them tell us that their symptoms, depression symptoms, have subsided since they started working with us. I think it's a testament to the power of not just employment, but embroidery as well, which is what we do. The SEP artists are the living proof that superheroes do exist. They have on average 7 children, a husband who most often doesn't have a job or income. They cook meals for the whole family every day, and yet they keep coming back to the SEP workshop to ask for more work every day. They love embroidery because embroidery represents their heritage. And because it has therapeutic value. When you embroider, you concentrate, you count the crosses, you can't make mistakes, and that is akin to meditation. After a session of embroidery, they describe the same feelings that you would have after a meditation session, so a light body and an empty mind. This sense of serenity which comes after the work is something that is spreading out to the whole community. The SEP artists are becoming change makers and to an extent peacemakers. This is to the extent that through their stitches, they pour in their work, they pour all of their emotions, and they really do make sure the world takes notice about them and their issues, one stitch at a time.